super simple 4-step process within the message that if you just follow that layout consistently, you will actually go ahead and get replies, and people will respond, and people will ultimately come to you. What's going on, guys? Dan Tiemann here, founder and CEO of the 7-Figure Clinic program. Now, today, guys, what we're going to be talking about is very simple. We will be talking about how to add an additional 10 to 20 visits per week. And no, this isn't going to be using Facebook ads or Instagram ads or YouTube or some other crazy marketing way. This is going to be tapping into a current list that you probably own and overlook continuously. And I only know this because I work with hundreds of other clinics, just like yourselves, whether it be physical therapy, chiropractic, or functional medicine, and help them generate patients consistently. And they always forget about using and tapping into this one source of patients. Now, what that source is, very simply put, is your past patients. So whether you've seen 10 patients so far in business or whether you've seen thousands of patients, you probably have some sort of list already made of either past patients or of leads that you can either get a hold of right away. It's actually one of the core pillars to adding more visits, frankly, is by tapping into an old patient list. It's free. It's relatively free, right? It's free compared to other marketing channels, but it's free and it's easy, and you already own that kind of media, or you already own their phone numbers, so you're not paying additional to get new phone numbers, right? So for that sense, it's relatively free and relatively cheap in order to get back in front of these people. Now, there's really one of two ways to get back in front of them, and it's you can either text them or you can email them, right? Those are the two main facets. Here's the big differences. As we all mostly know, is email is basically dead in the sense of open rates, opt-in rates, and so on, that really no one, for the most part, is reading their email. Now, you typically will see 20%, 10%, maybe 30% overall open rates of your email list, but that's nothing to write home about, right? That's not like you're singing the praises to the bank. Whereas texting, you're probably able to get 80%, probably between 60 to 80% open rates, right? Like, you're getting very high open rates as long as the phone number is good. Now, I do have clients, obviously, that have been in business for 20 years, and we text some past patients, and unfortunately, they passed away. But that's just is what it is. So with that said, if you have a relatively good text list, the phone numbers are still valid, the people are still hanging out, frankly, you will be able to tap into this list right away. And you will be able to text them, and you will get 80% open rates. Some people go, why don't we email them? You can do both. You can do one. If you do choose one, choose texting. That is why it's number one, and email is number two. But basically, choose texting if you are going to tap into a past patient list. This is going to be the easiest way, once again, to get back in front of someone, to make sure they open it up. You can create an easy series of messages to go out over the course of a few days. Now, if you're just going ahead and texting them or emailing them, really, a lot of people then ask, Dan, what's the layout of the text message? Here's the thing. I'm going to be using texting as my example because I think everyone should do this. We have a text platform called Clinic Captain. That is our platform. That's what we use. And we designed it for our physical therapists and chiropractors to use as a two-way text platform. If you have any questions about that, please comment below, and I could go ahead and get you some information on that. But use a text platform. Use something like what we have, which is called Clinic Captain. It's amazing, 2 ways, fantastic for all of our clinics. Now, the next thing is, I need you to take off your doctor hat, and I need you to put on a everyday person hat. The reason why I say this is so many times our clinics will go ahead and create a text message, and it will be paragraphs long, and I'm like, yo, if someone sent you a paragraph long text message, are you actually going to read this thing? The answer is probably no, right? Like, your expectation for someone to read a long paragraph text message should literally be 0. Like, no one's going to read that. No one's going to, I just want, like, right now, I'm going to stop for a second here, just say, like, no one's going to read that. Do not make a long form paragraph text. Just don't do it. Instead, we want to follow this there's a fourth step in here, I just didn't write it down, but these are really the three core things that you want to do in a message, right? So you want to call them out, you want to say who the heck you are, and you want to make an offer, and lastly, tell them how to get that offer, right? So for instance, a message that it might be is like, hey Joe, it's Dan from Dan PT. We are offering a free back pain screening this week. We have a limited number of vouchers. Reply back yes if you want to have access to this, right? It's super simple four-step process within the message that if you just follow that layout consistently, you will actually go ahead and get replies, and people will respond, and people will ultimately come to you because you're following in and tapping into your old patient list, right? From here, your sales process or your conversion process should actually be pretty simple. The reason being is since we're going past patients, these people already know, trust, and like you, and if you're an insurance-based clinic, you probably already take their insurance if they're a past patient, right? Like, unless anything crazy went happen where you're just like, we don't accept your insurance anymore, well, you probably accept their insurance, so you don't have to worry about that. If you're a cash-based clinic, your sales process should be really simple because, frankly, they already know, trust, and like you since you already have their information and they were already once the patient. So as long as you did a good job and they're not mad, they'll walk back through your doors typically, right? Like the resell of that is very, very simple. So follow this process, guys. If you want to learn more about our free trial where we can actually do something like this for you, and our team will write out the message, our team will send the message for you, all you have to provide is the list. We will do all of that for you. Just click the link below, fill out a short application to see if you qualify for that service, and if you do, our team will hop on a quick call with you, see if it's a fit and whatnot. If not, that's groovy too. Either way does work. Once again, guys, Dan here from the 7-Figure Clinic team, CEO and founder of the 7-Figure Clinic program. If you have any questions, comment below. If you want our team to do this for you, go ahead and click the link in the description below and go ahead and apply for that. Thanks, guys.